Hey folks, Quillate here, and welcome back to Motorsport Mondays. It has been a few weeks. We had a planned hiatus around some other events, and just to shake things about, but I think a lot of us, including myself, are very excited to be back in the driver's seat here in Motorsport Manager. What a lovely game. I can't believe we've been doing this over a year now, working on our Underdog challenge. But it's been a blast. Just so invested in this series. We need to know how it ends. This could conceivably be the year we win it all. Probably we need one more, but we'll see how we can do. We are all teed up to do our first race of the season. We're going to have to do a bit of a recap on our situation. Before I do that, let's give some shootouts out to some resubs that have come in right before the start of the stream. We got Thrice-Wise has just resubbed for 23 months, almost 2 years indeed. IT Pindon at 42 months, the answer to life, the universe, and everything, and another 42 with Banana Cabana, who says vroom vroom. Indeed. Calarica at 2 months. Icario at 38 months. Halleck B at 10 months, almost a year over there too. Plingle Bob at 20 months. Dark Beholder at 57. Merlin of Chaos at 39 months. And just now we got Thawing Owl at 85 months of sub from Thawing Owl. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. Thanks for making this channel still be a thing that exists. Thank you for making our Mondays so awesome, because we can play some racing car games. We have not asked the owner for money. We have to do our first race for that yet. But remind me after this race, we have to do that. You can't ask the owner for money until after the first race. For, I don't know, reasons. Seems fine. We do have 17 million pounds in the bank right now, which we could use to start an upgrade on a building. I think I'm going to leave a little bit of buffer in there because we're definitely going to be slamming through a few parts early on. And I want to make sure nothing untowards happens. Most likely we'll start a building upgrade anyway, and it'll just be delayed by, a couple of weeks or something like that, or a couple of races, I should say, which is fine. I think that's going to be okay. I'm not too concerned about it. Yeah, new season, new car, this time in yellow for some reason. I don't know, that's what we went with. Surprisingly, our car is predicted to be maybe third best overall, and weirdly, our drivers, not so much. Second 18th, I don't know what this represents. This is in literal skills, so is Balky literally the second best driver on the grid in terms of pure numbers, and Monty 18th? It's funny, because they're not actually that different in stats, which is kind of amazing. Oh, sorry, the car's in 6th, drivers are in 3rd. My bad, yeah. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a ton more sense that our car is still not up to snuff here. Yeah. All right, thank you. That makes so much more sense. Headquarters not too shabby either. And then we're good on everything else. Like, we've got the best pit crew, we've got the best sponsors, we've got the best staff. Hopefully our pit crew doesn't strip the wheel nut on our car during a pit stop. I just read an article just a few minutes ago. The wheel nut is still on Bottas's car from yesterday's race. They're not going to be able to remove it until they get to the factory. That's... Man, when Mercedes has this F up, they really F up. But it's an easy thing to do to like strip the not the tread, but like the teeth on the outside. Anyway, I don't remember what you call it. But those things. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Bottas has all the nut, I guess. Bottas has all the bad luck on Mercedes. It's unbelievable, this guy. How much... I mean, and sometimes he has a race where everything is fine, he doesn't have a great race. And then other times he has races that are going well, and then he's doomed. He's doomed because some BS happens to him. Oh, poor... And he's such a kind of sweet guy, Nice guy. Outside of things, kind of chill, low-key. I like him. Oh, man, but it sucks. Apparently, yes, I know, I did see that as well, Theodore. Some declaring as a tool that gotten the nut cracked open. But I mean, I think at that point, it's probably still not something that you probably still ruined your race at that point. Because it's like, you're sitting there, you're trying to remove the nut a few times. It doesn't work. It's a minute in. Oh, we got to go look for the nut cracker in the garage somewhere. We got to pull it out. You've lost a minute, 2 minutes to the race, maybe more. It's like, it's still probably GG game over for your race, but it is kind of funny as is. Podium from Lando, yeah. I saw an interesting picture. I think it was in 2011 in Monaco that had a very comparable sort of podium. First place was the Red Bull Golden Boy, right? This time Verstappen. In 2011, it was Vettel. Second place, the Spaniard driving for Ferrari, Alonso then, Perez now. Or no, yeah. And then third place is the Brit in a McLaren, which was it Lewis in 2011? No, it was Jensen, wasn't it? Saints, not Perez. You know what? Because I was just watching something else with the Perez. I was just watching the Selena TV show yesterday. So I have Perez in my mind. I'm like, there's a driver name. That's why I said Perez. I'm like, no, isn't he Mexican? No, Perez. No, that's right. Saints. Sorry, Carlos. I love Carlos. What I miss the most is Carlos and Lando on McLaren. When they would do their YouTube videos, they're like silly things where they're like trying each other's foods and things. It was Button. Cool. They would try each other's food. Oh my god, they were so goddamn cute, so adorable. I ship them super hard. Anyway, let's play some, who cares about real life car racing? Let's play some virtual racing. So we're ready to go to Doha here. Everything is queued up, everything is set up. It is a 28 lap race. The weather is going to be good throughout. It is a hybrid circuit, half street circuit, half racetrack circuit. Top speed is useful. Other things are crucial. First race of the season, so reliability is going to be issue. This is basically the only race of the season where reliability is an issue. Second race, maybe, depending on exactly what we do, but really just this first one over here. So 28 laps. So remember that number. And the tires are going to be soft, medium, and hard. Don't see a lot of that. It's usually the softer side of the compounds. But now we're going to feel like we're in current F1 as of the last 2-3 years when they standardized it. So all the races are always soft, medium, hard. They changed the compound number. Maybe has it just been 2 years or 3 years? Something like that. I don't know. It was cool like talking about ultra soft, but it was always weird saying like, oh, the hardest compound for this race is the soft. And you're like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, let's go. Oh, did I not unmute the game? Or do I have... Oh, no, it's unmuted. Maybe my own volume is just set to low right now. I'm bringing that up. Okay, I think we're going to have to go for the 13th and above. I mean, it's not a lot of money. I think first or third... I mean, there's a possibility, especially in an early race like this. You know what? I'm going to go for the third place and above sponsorship. Because these early races are sometimes when we can snag a little bit of unlikely stuff, because everyone else is going to have to go and probably stop for some repairs, and we may be able to avoid some of those repairs. Worst case scenario, oh no, we lose out on 200k. I mean, it doesn't add up to that much, but there's a real possibility we might be able to steal something quite cool here. I don't expect we're going to go very hard on the tires here in terms of composition. Monty still has the cool sort of like medium tire strat possibilities because her mechanics got the thing that makes the medium tires last a lot longer. So we could be looking at something like a one stop with the mediums, depending on exactly how long the stint lengths are. Again, I should be taking notes for the previous seasons and everything like that to remember what goes on. But I think we'll go something like... Well, we might do the similar thing for both of them. This way, we could potentially burn through a medium in practice, although we don't need the tire knowledge for the race, for the mediums for Monty. We might want it for Balky. But what if it ends up being a medium race? It's only medium tire wear, so I don't expect so. You're right. Thank you for a reminder. Thank you. This is the track that actually cuts a significant amount of the track on a pit stop. This track has cheap pit stops. So we actually should be expecting more shorter stints. So what we'll do is actually do this. We'll still bring two mediums because it might work out that we end up doing something like medium, soft. Because theoretically, like, we still want to avoid superfluous pit stops, but a pure sort of soft strategy might be okay. Or maybe if it's like, well, soft, like we could go for soft, but it's a little bit awkward. So maybe going like soft, medium might end up being better. Something like that. We'll see. There's no reason I think not to bring two sets of mediums. I think it's going to be okay. I made notes on this track in the Motorsport Manager spreadsheet. Did I really? I think I was going to start keeping notes of all the tracks and what I was going to do, and then, distraction. Motorsport Manager tires. Nope, that's a different track. Or did I start a separate table? No, I don't know. I don't know what my my tracker was, but I don't seem to have it right now. So that's okay. We'll just go ahead and get started. This is going to be fun. Do we get whiskey and chocolate? Name Moose! My cousin Vamoose says he'll make sure you do well. So here's an advance on the sponsor payment. Thank you very much, Name Moose. Mm-hmm. Didn't know you streamed here. Oh, hey, Ra. Watch your beginner KSP tutorials a while back. Oh, thank you very much. I can't wait for KSP 2 because I really want to get back to it. I think we'll do this. That's going to be fine. In terms of setup, so we did develop this engine. It just finished getting built right before the race. So it has no reliability. We absolutely cannot run it. We are going to weight the better parts towards Chica because she is our better driver, and that is indeed the case right now. Ria's not terribly happy because they're supposed to be equal, but you know what? Tough patooties. That's the way it's going to work. All right. Let's go. This year, qualifying is single session. That did go through, which tends to be a little bit better for TV and probably going to be better for us as well. So that, because at this point, we're starting to get into we're starting to close in on the upper echelons of the track or of the field. Again, our car on paper, yeah, apparently 6 overall out of 10. So not that strong. And that suffers the most during qualifying. So we might still not place that high up, but there's going to be much more of a chance that we place in the top 10 of the grid. And with the previous qualifying rules, that would mean starting on a pair of used soft tires. Now that rule is gone because we're doing single session qualifying. We won't have to start the race on the same tires, I believe, and that will benefit us as we go into there. So 28 laps is the number for this. So yeah, and wow, the wear is like surprisingly good. Now it is going to be a hot day, so the softer compounds might have a little bit of a problem with heating. So we could go soft, and take advantage of the short pit, effectively the short pit window over here, because we're going to be able to dodge some of it. I mean, 33, really about 30 laps worth of driving, going soft, and it's a 28 lap race. So that actually sounds probably okay. We could split strat as well, because the sort of cleaner balance might be soft medium. No, actually soft medium. No, that's not enough. Again, if we're just looking at the lower end, which I think is better, it's 26 laps. I guess we could go medium. Monty could just go medium, which is going to give her at least 30 laps. And if we use the mechanic trait, honestly, she probably has 34 laps or so of tire in there, which means she won't spend a lot of time in the bottom compound. I think 3x soft is just the way to go. I think it's 100% the right way to go. We'll burn through a set of softs in practice to get knowledge. We'll use a couple of softs for qualifying, and then we'll have 3 softs for race day. I think is 100% the way to go. We have the risk that we might be dealing with some dual stacking, some double stacking in the pits. If that happens, that'll suck, but I think that's going to be what we have to just be ready for. The speed balance is likely, yeah, it's probably going to be weighted fairly towards acceleration. I think I'll start here and we'll know we can nudge it to the right or to the left and we'll be okay. Could start Monty on mediums and see if she can do... well, that's true. If she used the mechanics trait, she might just be able to go medium soft. But I think we'll triple soft with everyone. And last time, soft worked better than medium. Yeah, which I 100% believe, and I think the idea, last time I was like, oh yeah, we're going to do the triple soft. And so I think that's 100% what we're going to do over here. So we're going to take this practice. Oh my god, we're back at this! So happy. We will do some racing fuel load stints on our soft tire. Go. And same sort of thing over here. Racing, excellent. All right, head out. Bring in. Vroom. Monty's holding up Balky. And in they come. All right. Yeah, it's effectively a really cheap pit stop here. So we have to add a fair bit more downforce. The handling is good. The speed balance, I think the speed balance is going to be towards the shorter side, again, by a fair bit. We'll do something like this and see what it does. Looks like Monaco Oh, here. No, it's a lot like, is this one? This one's a lot like Baku, isn't it? Which is where we're going in real life in a couple of weeks? I can't remember. Baku, yes. Yeah. I mean, I know that's where we're going in a couple of weeks, but I think this track is very reminiscent of Baku. Where it's sort of half street, half circuit racing. I might be getting confused with another track, but we'll see. Whoa! Hey! Double purple! Okay, so that's really good, because locking on the arrow is really important, the downforce part, because none of these mess with it. Now, we were good on handling, we're still good. It's possible the great is right in between those two. Now, that's too small of a window. Either where we were before or where we are now is right on the edge of greatness. I'm going to go ahead and stiffen up the handling a couple of notches. And see what that does for us. And that will break the speed balance, but that's okay. We can fix the speed balance after. More like Abu Dhabi. Ah, Baku's full street. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, hello. Now, we only got to good on the downforce. It's possible we overshot, but well, it is possible. We're going to do something like this and see what happens. We're still at 93% overall with Balki, so that's not too bad. Bring in. All it's going okay. I mean, the weather should be fine throughout. Come on. Whoa, okay. Well, there we go. That learned us a thing. Right? So the handling here, so we know that the handling great spot is to the right of over there. So we actually want to soften the suspension a fair bit. And do something like that. And tell you what, let me soften it one more notch, but then we'll tweak the tire camber and the tire pressure a little bit. Oh, to bring the speed balance. Back about where it should be. Okay. And the handling will at least be good. I suspect it'll be at least great, in fact. Meanwhile, there we go. So, we don't know where the sweet spot for the downforce is, although it's most likely a little bit more downforce. Because the great probably started right around here, so the excellent is probably just a little bit more, something like that. There's a good chance we can just leave Balki out for now, though, until it's time to switch over. In fact, I should have fueled Balki more. We're not going to bring her in until it's time to switch over to the quality, but she actually won't have enough fuel, most likely. I should have just fueled her more. Oh, there we go! Triple excellent! Perfect. What number do we think it is? Hey, we got the 99! I think we've gotten triple excellent on a 97 before. Ugh. Ugh. So, yeah, you can just fuel up a bunch, Monty. And we're just going to leave them out. I think Balki's going to run out of fuel, and she'll have to come in regardless. But then, otherwise, we're just going to leave them out until it's time to switch to a quality trim at this point. Hey, Desert Tiger. Handling spot on. I don't know why I find this minigame so fun. Something about fiddling with little levers. Oh yeah, I gotta move my head to... I think here's fine for all the phases of the game, right? We count the seconds of pit lane during practice. It's a little deceptive because they get pulled into the garage and the amount of time they spend... I mean, we could count the amount of time until they reach the box and then leave the box. That is interesting. Oh, shit! I might have been able to bring one of them in a little sooner there. Alright, Balki. Do we have a timer on screen? Okay. So, coming in at 36. But then you gotta count how long... I guess I could start a stopwatch? I don't have my phone with me, unfortunately. Okay, so 7 or 8 seconds, just depending on exactly how you were doing the counting, to enter the garage. We're at 98%. That's actually pretty impressive. 98 without the triple excellent, which means that our handling and speed balance is really bang on, and probably our downforce is very close. If we have to run at 98, I'm not going to complain about that. So I'll go ahead and add an extra 0.1 degree of downforce over here. We'll see if it goes up or down. And then that'll tell. Well, if it goes up, it'll give us the purple, so it'll be fine. If it goes down, we know we have to just bring it slightly the other way. All right, we are looking for quality stints now. We'll fuel up for multiple laps. Stay on the used tires. That's going to be fine. Oh, and then didn't count on the way out. Okay, we'll try to count on the way out with Monty. Again, there's a little extra delay because of the turning into the garage. Boom, boom, boom. 99. Send out. Okay, 408. Well, okay, there's going to be some work done. Work done. In garage. In garage. Oh, Balky hadn't actually left yet. Oh, well. In garage. In garage. Okay, outlap is starting at around 56. Now, and left leaves with 42 remaining. So, wait, did I say 56? So another 14 seconds. So 7 seconds ahead, and then that. So let's call it 21 seconds for the pit travel. Let's call it 20, because there was a little bit of moving in and out of the garage. Plus the actual pit stop, the actual work, which is only going to be a couple of seconds. So it's going to be about 22, or sorry, yeah, which is about 22 seconds in the pit lane itself. But that doesn't tell you how much time you lose. Because, all right, so, because that's how long it takes us to get from the pit lane entrance to the pit lane exit. How long would it take us if we were driving that way? I guess what we have to do is then watch a car do that. Okay, Balky's ahead. Essentially, I'll check the message in just 1 second here. Okay, is this the pit lane? No, that's a chicane for an alternate configuration. Where am I on the... Oh, okay, we're not there yet. Okay. So from here, we're at 18. So it took us about 13 seconds from pit entrance to pit exit going the long way around. So the actual pit stop will cost us about 10, probably a little more than that because we don't come out at full speed. And we might have to slow down a little coming in. We can probably assume it costs us in practice 12 or 14 seconds. Despite the 10 second that we're counting over here. I think safer estimate. And that is nothing. That is a dirt cheap pit stop. Very, very inexpensive. So really inexpensive pit stop, which we knew already, but like, hey, it was good to prove it with some numbers, which is why we're going for the, actually we can go to red, try to squeeze an extra lap, which is why we're going for the 3-stop, or 2-stop strategy, even though we could 1-stop this race. In fact, if we could like switch to like ultra stops and 4-stop it, it would probably be worth it. Just shy of quality trim knowledge. That's actually really disappointing. Oh, no, there we go. All right. At least we've got some quality knowledge. And we got the tire knowledge, so that's going to be okay. Oh, yeah, you can count it based on the average lap time, too. I guess that's true, too. We ended up 5th and 6th in speed in practice here, although plenty of them... you're lame! Plenty of people were practicing on hard, so it's not entirely... All this game needs a Crusader Kings level of plots. Nice. Plan to start a new Football Manager campaign. Honestly, after we finish this Underdog campaign, it would be kind of cool to do a mega campaign for Football Manager. You know? All right, so for quali, we'll go soft tires and sweeter spots, because the level 1 quali trim isn't that meaningful. Sweeter spots will help guarantee that we get it well. Super overtake mode, yeah, baby. And then the level 3 soft tire knowledge, we'll take that. Boom. Car setup. Okay, we're still only great over here. You know what I think that means? The excellent might be just in between these two. Because we're still at 98% overall. 98 and 98, despite these two. So I'm just going to dial back by, like, one of these. Just to move it there. It might be there, or it'll still be 98%. It'll be the same. So we'll see. You have the other driver breed a super driver. We're going to start on softs, of course. And here there's nothing for us to change for Rhea. Okay. Right, take qualifying. So it's a single qualifying session, and it's not very long, so we can't do any delay. We're going to send... Do we have time for 2 stints, even? I'm not even sure you can do 2 stints in quali with 8 minutes. Because it's going to take... I mean, if this is some of the time, I don't know what our lap times were if it was remote like this. So there's going to be the out lap, which is going to be slow, the actual hot lap, the in lap. It's going to be 5 or 6 minutes to get back to the pits. I'm betting we can't do 2. So we're just going to delay until everyone's gotten some grip in, and we'll go right near the end. Barely, I assume 5. So it's possible the places that have a shorter lap time, we can probably leave immediately, get one in, and then leave and make it through the start-finish line right before the time wears out so that we can do a hot lap. But no, I think for this we're going to... I know you only need to start the hot lap, but I'm betting we can't make the start. Because it's going to be... let's call 5 minutes for the first one. Get back into the garage, make the changes, get out... Okay, we might just be able to make the out lap in time. We might be able to do 2 stints going forward. I could have tried a split strat here to see. That's true. On the plus side, we might be able to get out with like minimal traffic as people are coming in. As everyone's doing their in laps, we'll do our out lap. If they come out again, we could have a more rubbered-in track, but 142. No, I don't think they're going to be able to get a second one. Oh, check weather. Yeah, Doha is going to be fine. I don't remember if there's anything else I'm supposed to go there, but I don't think so. Give you a bit of space between the 2 drivers. Yeah, in that pit. Yeah, they're not going to have time for a second stint. I think it's a single try qualifying. At least here. This is one of the longest laps of the season, though. At 142, that's quite long, I think. All right, here we go. Lee's going out again. Oh, there we go. Qualifying ends. Yeah, no. Single stint. So we're the only cars that are going to take advantage of the rubbered in and no traffic. Which all this means we also won't need as many of the softest tires. 13th for Monty. Come on, Balky. Oh, terrible. Yeah, no kidding you're cursing. Those were really bad. I think they both failed to get their brake temps very well. I think we got the perfect tire temp over on Balky because she had the sweeter spots and everything. Yo, those were really bad qualifying. I was really expecting better than that. I was really expecting better than that. I am disappointed. You know if the tire heating stat helps with the quality menu game? I think so. Okay, so for race day, I mean, soft tires, race trim, yep. And soft tires, race trim. Super overtake mode is pretty cool. But, I mean, and it's deadly good for qualifying. But I think for the race itself, we're going to go with this. And yeah, we're just going to go soft tire compounds. Yeah, we're still at 98. We couldn't find anything better for the setup for Balky. That's too bad. Maybe it was a little to the left or a little to the right. Outside of the range instead of in between, but we don't know. We're going to go with full fuel so that we can run our engine as aggressively as possible. That's going to be fine. And, okay, our reliability... Can we check the parts over here? No, I guess not. But our reliability isn't that high. Our engines are about 78% or so. So we're actually... Hold on. We really can't redline our engine this race. On the other hand, it's not critical. The engine's not critical this race. It's useful but not critical, so it's not going to take extra degradation. We can probably run our engines on high without breaking it, but you know what? No, let's pull out a lap of fuel from each car. I'm wondering if about 2. I think this is going to be fine. We could pull out 2 laps worth of fuel and probably still make it to the end just fine. Because we save, well, it depends on the driver. Chica saves maybe almost 10% of a tank per lap. Rhea saves about 5% of a tank per lap. So after 20 laps, Rhea will make up a tank as is, and a little bit more if we conserve. So we could potentially do it with 2 laps less worth of tank fuel, whatever. I don't know how you want to call it. 2 ticks less of fuel. We might be able to manage just fine. But I think, since the engine's not crucial this race, I think 1 is going to be fine, and then we'll see, at some point we'll probably be able to engage the orange engine mode. In fact, for Chica in particular, with both of them, I might start and at least do the very, very start on orange, just to try to see, and not even do the full lap with it. Not even the full lap. Same thing with the tires. Well, it is very hot, so I'm actually worried about the tire heat being a bit of an issue. But I might push to the first corner on both, and then pull back just for heat management aspects. We're going to start at 25% tire temp, so it's actually going to be a little easier to do a little orange pushing on here versus the other stints. So I think that's going to be okay. Having tanks is good for overtaking. Lets you go over the top of the cars. This is still the worst of first challenge, indeed. What a very disappointing qualifying. I thought it was going to be better than that. We still have the safety car starts. The rolling starts. And yeah, Monty's starting in 13th. Monty's going to be our qualifying queen this season because of the super overtake mode. But once the race starts, Balky's generally going to perform better. All right, lights out. Go, go, go! And Balky might just get ahead here. She's got the inside corner. Can she get ahead at 14th? She can. So there we go. We've already made up a place. Or 2? No, Monty started in 13th. It was 13 and 15, right? Some people are on hards. Forsyth, for some reason, a couple people starting on used softs? Why? They don't have to. They might have done something really weird in practice. That happens. So we got our 2 banana cars over here. Balky should be faster here on race day. We could give directions. You know, commandments to pass. This is quite interesting. I have to pull back on our modes here. Certainly, I think on the tires, because I'm really worried they're going to overheat. And I think with Monty, I'm also going to have to go medium mode, which means I should maybe just oh, there we go. It's going to happen organically. Good, good, good. Let Balky get by, especially if we're saving fuel there. Although Balky kind of screwed up that corner. She had it in the bag there to get ahead. I got to say, these yellow cars, you know, they're easy to spot. How come our fuel load is balanced? Did I not bring them down from 28 to 27 laps? I certainly hit a button to do it. Did it not take? I don't think there's a is there a cancel versus confirm button? We started with the full fuel loads on both cars. Well, that's a goddamn waste, because we really don't have the engine condition for it, but I guess you can still stay on orange mode for now. We're definitely not going to redline the engine. Maybe I didn't confirm, yeah. Curses! At least chat's just as confused as I am, though. Alright, ERS is going to come online shortly. Alright, there you go. Balky's ahead, which is good. That's what we're looking for. Although no one's in 12th. ERS is coming available. I think we might just wait here, because it's very tightly packed here, very dense. It's going to be hard to get through this. In fact, we can probably just go ahead and drop the engine modes a bit, because we probably can't overtake that easily right this second. Probably what's going to happen, the big thing is after the this tie here, I don't want to call it a hairpin. I guess it's a hairpin. I don't know. After the little loop over here, and that little chicane, that's where we're going to hit the ERS mode. Because it'll be effectively like a straight, shallow bend, straight. It's going to be best place to try to do some overtake moves. Although Balky's made a bit of a move there, which is really beautiful. And yeah, we'll be able to use a lot of juice. A little spoon, maybe. See, 15th place over here is ERSing and getting nothing out of it, which we like to see. Oh, giving up the place here. Should be okay. Surikov. Surikov was one of our rivals last year. Oh, Surikov did a bad corner there on the outside. We get a double overtake. And there we go. We're through the hairpin, I guess. And let's go ahead and ERS it up. And hopefully our speed will carry us past a few people here on the pit straight. At least one. Let's keep it going for now because we are trying to overtake. And, ooh, almost over there. I think I'm going to... No. Save a little bit. Actually, hold on. Monty? I'm going to give you that. Make sure this locks in. Get properly ahead of these guys. Excellent. Okay. Good stuff. I have not watched any hockey this year. I sometimes do, but okay. So Monty, the person in 11th place here is using ERS. Monty only has 6% charge, so we're not going to be able to use it to defend over there, unfortunately. So she's going to have to give up that spot. Balky, on the other hand, though, is going to... I don't really want to do it here with the bends, but... maybe we have to, just defensively. Okay, there you go. It's a little harder to overtake in the corners, so I'm less worried about defending in the corners. That's Partanen with 52% charge over there. If Partanen wants to pass me, past the hairpin, there's not a whole heck of a lot I can do about it. Alright, Monty making some moves again still. Oh, Partanen just shooting away. Oh, no, that was Hume. Wow. Super speed. We're just going to build up a little bit more charge. Now, how do you... I guess if we're dividing 20 into 3, really we're looking at like 9/10 laps on the tires, right? It's like 10-10-8. Or maybe 10-9-9. We have so much extra fuel, but... Alright, let's high engine mode for now. I'm really worried about our engine condition. High engine mode should be fine. We'll keep an eye on things. Alright, once we get past the hairpin, we'll definitely juice it up here with the ERS. There's still a lot of people nearest to pass. Scal. Okay, new fastest times there. Right, we're having to defend against who's in 12. That's still Partanen, split between us. Sandwiching the cars. Alright, go. That was awkward as hell when all of a sudden we became 3 wide. Balky's the one stuck behind now. Yeah, that was actually really awkward. Partanen hit the ERS a little sooner than we did and caught me a little bit off guard there. Okay, well hopefully we can push her wide and not just give up the location. So you can see the tire temps are getting up. Like, we're going to have enough tread on our tire to be able to push, but we don't have the temperature to support it. On the bright side, the soft tires, you really want to stay out of that bottom third performance band because it's miserable. Balky, I'm going to go ahead and give you the RS here to get past Monty since you were doing a pretty good job anyway. And you should theoretically be faster than Monty, so this is going to be better overall. I mean, what we're hoping for here is we're looking for points every race now. Our goal is to score double points every race this season. I don't know what we set as, like, our goal from, with our... Wow, Monty's, like, right up there. And, actually... Balky's the one doing some slowdowns now. Possibly just because of Lorentz causing issues for us. Oh my god. 3 wide. Like, nearly looking at, like, a 4 wide setup. Okay, Monty's having a hell of a race. A hell of a race. Wow. Both their forms are pretty good. Really expect Balky to be the one dominating here, but I'll take it. Okay, 73%, 76% on the engine condition. Tires are getting real hot now. We are going to have to do some conserve. We're probably going to have to give up at this position since we don't have ERS here. We're going to have to do a little conserve on the tires to stop them from overheating. And it's not going to be any better on the other stints. So no matter what, there's going to be a fair amount of conserve just to try to manage the temperature. I don't know if it's worth ERSing here. I think it will be with Monty. There's a chance she might be able to get past Lawrence. Come on, hold it, 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 hold it. I don't want to go down to conserve until you've got the pass done. There we go. But now we are going to have to conserve their tires. I think possibly both of them. Now, Balky's got tons of cars on her ass here. But she didn't use her ES charge, so we've got some options. Monty's having to defend against Lawrence, who is using ERS. She's going to have to give up the position. Whoa, shit, that's really poor. Come on, Balky, don't give up any more than this. Get on the inside, and then boost past. Okay. Don't like how much charge we're having to use for this. Yeah, I think top 6 might have been what we promised the chairman. So, I mean, as long as we end up, like... So, that's top 6 as a team. So, as long as we end up top 12 or so in the races, that will satisfy that. But yeah, personally, I'm hoping for a double points finish on every race now. That's my goal. I'm going to yell at my drivers if they don't deliver that to me. Okay, we have a little bit of temperature margin, so we'll go back to neutral mode on the tires. Again, we're not looking to conserve tread, we're just trying to prevent overheating. Although it's likely we will be hitting our third performance tier. Okay, yeah, the engine is definitely degrading. Well, I mean, okay, we've only lost 10% from our engine, because I think we started 78 on one, 76 on the other. So as is, actually, we could theoretically finish the race doing orange engine mode the whole time. Yeah, we're so close together, we're worried about the double stack, you're right. So we will have to split the pits. That is true. So lap 9, lap 10. Alright, well, Balky's further behind. So what I'll do is I'll put Balky on maybe a more conservative tire strat and make sure her tires last longer. We'll box Monty on lap 9. Let's go into high. And we'll get ready. This is going to be a big ERS push to get past Lawrence here. Well, let me conserve the tires for a second until we get to the hairpin. Oh, it is lap 9. You're right. Okay, you go now. Thought I had one more, but I guess it had just changed. Alright, we're going to box. We're boxing for new softs. We're not going to do any maintenance. I'm going to go with 50% charge. And balance pit stop is probably going to be fine, because the time savings are not that significant. It's reporting it oddly. It's not going to change our position, so we'll go ahead with that. Yeah, Monty's going to use her charge now, because she's going to be boxing for a recharge. Well, she's being held up pretty much here. Let me wait until the hairpin again. Oh, Balky just got passed. I have to say, I'm less than impressed with their drivers this race. Go. Go. There you go. She's complaining she's entering the lowest performance band. Also, the heat's starting to hit, but I'm not going to bother changing her tire settings right now because we're about to box. Okay. Balky, you're going to be boxing this lap. Double charge. Go, go, go. ERS charge. We're not the first to pit. We're fairly early on. Balky, you can go to neutral for your tires. And then Monty's going to give a big push after the hairpin, because probably more people are pitting this lap. And anyone we can get ahead of would be very nice. Yeah, so they're using their charge to these corner sequence, which isn't really doing much for them. Engine condition is fine. Put you back on high mode over here. Go, go. And let's Go now, especially if 20th place is trying to use their own ERS here. May as well stop now. There's a wall of cars in front of us, so we're not really going to accomplish much. Okay, pull back. I just didn't want Lee to get past us right away. Bunch of people going to hards. Well, a bunch of people started on hards. Some people changing the hards. I don't know. I think the better pit stop strategy is going, or the multiple pit stop strategy should hopefully work out for us. We do have to do more overtaking. That's the one downside, right? If you pit an extra time, you'll be on faster tires, but you're gonna have to pass people to get there. All right, good moves here. We're gonna be in a good position to do a big ERS charge on Monty once we get past this little corner sequence, and Balky as well. We should be able to get past this train. I don't know if we've got the bingo cards running, but there you go. The train. Monty's slower than first by, well, big world of difference in cars here. All right, let's go. Kick it. Get past some fools. I'm gonna keep the charge going because if hopefully we can get past this car. Ah! That was pretty miserable, actually. There we go. There we go. And another one. Ooh, almost got squeezed out. But made the corner up into 11th. Balky not as successful. We might get repassed by Forsyth here, because they did have ERS charge, although they're on worn mediums, so that might bode well for us right now. Negative fuel delta, but that's currently fine. It's really Balky that we want to be able to use the orange engine mode as much as possible. So we've lost 20%-ish on there. Theoretically, we're looking okay. There we go, Balky with the pass without using ERS. Love to see it. I don't know. I think I do have to bring this down. Annoyingly, the engine condition mode's a little higher on Monty. Her car may have had more condition. May have been part of it. Just going to save ERS charge. Not use it on this straight. But probably the next lap. We'll give it a go. Monty putting in some personal best sectors. That's nice to see. In fact, personal best lap. Balky's really being held up here. Hopefully she can hold up this guy, and then, yeah, we'll use an ERS boost. Well, actually, I might not on Monty here, because she's not really in a situation you could pass. We might need to use it defensively. But with Balky, we're really hoping we can get through here. And meanwhile, Balky just loses a place. Oi. ERS is energy recovery system. So as the car drives, as it brakes and things like that, part of the braking comes from basically like a big electric motor or an electric power generator on the engine that recovers some power into a battery, and then you can then dump it. So you've got an electric motor on these cars. They're hybrids, just like in real life. And so you can dump the battery charge. Wow, Balky just having such a shit race. What is happening? That's our star driver. Considered third best in the field, I think. Really not delivering. I mean, I was going to say, admittedly, we have a shit car, but Balky's car is better than Monty's car. Should have run Emma. Alright, Balky with a natural overtake. At least there's that. Monty's got lots of charge, but no one near her right now. So, since there's not any pressure, we may as well save it for now. There's not much sense in just using ERS just to catch up to someone and then not being able to pass them. Alright, we want big stuff. But maybe we can close in with this. I'm going to keep her tire on conserve. In fact, let's do that with Balky for now, too. Alright, more pitting. So we'll go up some places here just naturally. We'll definitely have to use Monty's charge probably on this lap. But she's actually caught up to someone now. Who is actually going to ERS right now, which is fine. Since we've caught up to them. That's Vidal on Brent. Oh, shit! I should have used a speed boost. That's annoying. They got out ahead of us in the pits, which actually screwed us up pretty badly there. If I'd noticed it was that tight, I would have used a little bit of a speed boost to get ahead. That definitely cost us a lot of time. We should be able to pass them now. Let's go ahead and go to push. And we'll be ready to use the boost on both drivers once they're past the hairpin. Yeah, if your charge is full, you're wasting it. So we never want to sit on a full charge. If we're sitting at a full charge, we'll use it to close in distance and things. Alright, we may not be able to manage an overtake. Well, someone's going to be boxing, but maybe. Go, 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 go. But again, it might put us in a better position coming out of the pits. We'll do another boost. I'll leave it on Balky because she's just getting by someone. We'll boost Monty again this lap. There we go. Balky did get an overtake. All right, 9th and 12th now. I mean, we did go down the, in terms of grid position just because we had pitted and a bunch of people hadn't. But Monty putting in some more personal best sectors. I mean, she was using ERS charge for the start of this sector, but mostly it's pretty legit. 54%, 57%. Okay, we'll leave it on for here. So we're going to try to get past, who's this in 8th? Vidal. And I think it cost us a lot by not getting ahead of them in the, when they came out of the pit stops. That was very costly. I'm not going to use Balky's charge. God damn, they just pull away so much. Might be able to continue the charge here. I mean, our tires have degraded a fair bit. Oh, no, we'll have to do it on the next one. Okay, stay close. Stay close. Come on, Monty, you can do it. And Balky's got, well, not a ton of charge. His engine just must be so much better. Like, he seems to have so much more speed on the straights, which makes sense. Our engine, when we came into the league, our engine was lagging fairly behind here. It's been hard to catch up. You're not near anyone, actually. You've got tons of space. Alright, so, unfortunately, that's not going to work out. We're going to have to go to conserve here just because our temps are getting a little high. We can bring that back over here. That's going to be fine. Go to medium. This might be our pitting lap here. We'd have 10 left, which is fine. I think I'd like to do one more with Monty, though. Yeah, 19 and 20. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you're right, because I'd be a little bit off my end. So we'll do one more with Monty, which is going to be fine. And then at that point, we can box them both on the same lap, because they've got a pretty big difference between them. So we don't have to worry about double boxing. All right, well, Vidal's like shooting away with some ERS, so that's fine. 8th and 11th. We do have one more pit stop coming, though. Oh, I didn't realize Vidal had stopped twice. Maybe must be in a much better car than ours. So I'm not going to boost now. We're going to pit next lap. Well, we are 19 now. Is it now? I guess it is now. Oh, hold on. No. Not the lap counter on the bottom. This lap counter. We're in lap 18. I don't want to pit now. Oh, that might have caught me off last time. All right. I think you can go back to neutral. So you hit the lowest performance band, but not for long. We've got the sausage. Going to be fine. You know what? I'm going to take a risk. We're going to triple charge it. And then maybe I will delay it with Balky. Yeah, but we tried to remove the extra fuel. It didn't take for some reason. We may have missed a confirm button or something like that. All of chat sort of missed it. Because we've got excess fuel, which is annoying. We wanted to underfuel our car by 1 lap, and it didn't take. We started the race with full fuel. We're like, oh, well, that's shitty. because our engines aren't... Normally, I want to start every race full fuel, because then we just push the engine super hard. But we didn't start with full condition, so pushing the engine super hard wasn't viable. So we're like, well, we'll just underfuel then, and then we'll save some time that way. But unfortunately, that was not going to work out. But our engine condition's maintaining okay, because it's not a crucial engine condition race. Which is kind of nice. Yeah, we'll do one extra lap with Balky, because she's actually fine here. We could double stack, but she's got enough tire here. And this way it'll ensure that she doesn't enter the third performance band at the end. I think it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. We'll end up with the same performance. Where are we positioned here? Okay, because I want to make sure to use my charge in case something goes wrong. I think I'll use it now. I could have waited longer. Maybe should have. And then Balky, we're going to give it to you here. Actually, 1%. Yeah, no, that balanced pretty well. Okay, you're going to come out... Yeah, you're going to come out in this mode. That's going to be okay. Balky's just using this to close distance, maybe get ahead of other pitters, although I don't think there are any. No mistakes, which is nice to see. Yeah, it looks like aggressive ERS charging is fine. We don't know the percentages still, but it seems to work out all right. Balky, I'm going to get you to keep charging here to make sure to give Monty plenty of free air, so you don't hold her up on your more worn tires. But we are going to plan your pit stop now. Softs, we're going to do a triple charge as well. No change there. Well, I guess actually it's the other way I want to look. Yeah, either way, no difference in her estimated position. Monty's going to use her charge up when she gets the hairpin. She might start a little sooner. We might hit 100% a bit before that. We will see. Engine conditions are fine. I think we can probably orange the rest of the race. Well, Monty will have to yellow a tiny little bit to have some spare fuel. But yeah, Balky's got the fuel efficiency trait, so she ends up with way too much, which is normally great, because normally it just means she can redline her engine some more. We might be able to sneak a little bit of redlining in at the end of the race, actually. I think our engine condition is holding up a lot more. There's a fair amount of RNG in terms of how much condition you lose on every part. Some laps you don't lose any, some laps you lose a lot. There we go, that worked out nicely. Go back there. Boost immediately. Okay, now pull back. 12 boosted to save the position, and I wasn't sure about 14th. That's fine. We're currently 9th and 13th. We've stopped all... We have no more pit stops left to do. Feels good. Engine conditions are fine. Oh, they're definitely degrading over here. That's too bad. 7 laps. We've got 20% more before we hit the red. I think we're going to be okay on orange. I just don't think we're going to be able to redline Balky's engine, which is too bad. Yeah, it's a little saddening. Balky's in a really, really tight position here. Actually, I think I'm going to use some charge now. There we go. Before we get to these sharp corners. There we go. Maintain that position. Good. And then we'll use it again at the little... sort of bow tie. I think that's the word I kept trying to think of for this thing. On the other hand, I guess, you know, it does sort of look like the end of a hairpin. The kind they always use for picking every lock in every movie. It's a nubbin. Call it a nubbin. I like it. Hold. Hold. We can do another charge next turn. I mean, Monty's just out in the middle of nowhere. Like, nearly 8 seconds ahead of her, 5 seconds behind her. There's no one near Monty. Whereas Balky is still in a very tight little race here. Ooh, and, shit, just gave up a position for it. That's really shitty. Ooh, come on, take it now, maybe? You're on the inside. Come on, go, go, go. You could double overtake. I'm just worried I'm wasting some of our charge here, but it did get a position back, which is good. And actually, maybe stick it on the inside, and again, and then can you keep the location? There we go, because you're going to be on the outside on the next one. Okay, that was quite nice. 9th and 11. We've got one car in the points. We're hoping for both in the points. Condition changes usually happen when you cross the start-finish line. Okay, that's holding. The suspension is getting pretty rough on Monty, but we're not going to do anything about that other than cross our fingers. Throw in a little conserved tire here. Okay. None of the pits ahead of us are getting in any position. Yeah. A big charge. Again, we'll use it on the relative straights after the hairpin. After the hair loopy. There we go. Channel little Avatar The Last Airbender. No crashes, which is kind of surprising for the start of the season. Yeah, we're just going to have to cross our fingers here on, like, every single part on this car. It's gonna be rough. I'm not going to deny it. It's actually going to be really rough on Monty. But there's no reason to pit for repairs now, because whether the car breaks down... if the car breaks down, we get 0 points. If we pit for repairs, we're going to get 0 points. So there's no reason to stop. Because if we do stop, we're not getting any points. So we may as well continue and risk it. I was only looking at the engine condition before. The engine condition is going to be fine on both cars, actually. That's not what's going to kill us. It's going to be everything else. Where's Quill in the construct? This is literally the first race of the season. And if we can make up one place with Balky, I'm going to be very happy, because that'll be our double points finish. But it is going to be a challenge. There's not that much race left, and we're pretty distant from anything. Oh, Lord. I mean, we haven't red zoned any of the parts yet, which is good. Save the charge for next one, because we're not that close to do an overtake right now. We can go back to yellow with our tires. Yeah, this is our third season in F1, I think. Yes. And we were a little bit screwed because we were making a move to spec the engine, and the vote didn't go through. So we hadn't done any engine development because we were gambling on a spec engine. But the gamble did not pay off. Alright, engine's holding together, which is no longer a concern. As far as I know, none of the other parts degrade faster or slower with any of the tire engine modes. So it's entirely up to the fates as to what happens. The stress levels, man. The stress level. Solid midfield, third season is good. Yeah. The thing is, I was really hoping we'd be able to leapfrog more than that. So this is okay. This is going to be our engine building season. We should have a really stonking good engine by the end of it, actually. We did carry over a couple of illegal engines to like bring us a little closer to the field. Our car is considered 6th overall. So we're hoping to outperform the car. Right? If the car's 6th overall, I want to finish at least 5th overall, if not 4th overall. It's fine. Don't pay attention to any of the like parts that are falling off your car here. Oh, something feels off about the gear shifts. It's okay, Shal. It's gonna be fine. Oh, hello. We might be able to make up a place here with Balky. Oh, personal best lap. I mean, makes sense that, you know, personal bests get banged in as the fuel loads go down. Hold the ERS for now. See if we can make it stick on the inside, maybe through the chicane. Come on, Balky. You don't have much charge left. There you go. Hopefully it sticks. And, you know, hopefully we don't have our car collapse out from underneath us. We're on lap 27. We need to finish this lap and then the next one. I know it's final lap. That's final lap for the leader. So we have 1.5 laps to do. We did have much better tires than Surikov, that's true. Okay, I'm going to save my charge here. AI tends to like to use their charge in the last lap. Surikov's got 82% charge. That's the big thing, actually. I don't think there's anything I can do with Monty. Monty's, like, just driving on her own. You know, just out for a nice Sunday drive. There's nothing going on with Monty here, other than car breaking up. But there's nothing I can interact with. The big thing is keeping an eye on Balky, although she is 2.5 seconds ahead now of Surikov, now that she got through. So that's really good. He is going to do a big charge at the end. But we should have the tires on him and a little bit of ERS. 2.7, 2.9 seconds. Okay, that's looking very good. We actually haven't redded into any of the parts, which is good. The thing, we can do a lap or two with the parts in the red. The fact that they're not there. The thing is, once a part enters the red, they degrade twice as fast. So the fact that we haven't entered it yet, we're going to definitely be fine. 3.1 seconds. 3 seconds. He might be... Yeah, he's using his ERS now. So he's going to start closing in. But 0.9, we're going to use our own charge over here defensively. There you go, 9 and 10, double points finish. I mean, bottom 2 points finish, but yeah, definitely not bad. I was hoping that, you know, there'd be a little, maybe a crash or two, or, you know, mechanical breakdowns. It's actually really surprising. No mechanical breakdowns by anyone. I don't know if anyone even pitted for repairs. I'm actually really surprised. The first race tends to be a lot more chaotic with a lot more broken cars. And usually that's good for a few more early points. So we got a little bit screwed over there. I don't really expect illegal parts right now. But right now, yeah, no, right now this is a great outcome. This is if we could do this every race, we'd be fine. I am hoping to do a few better ones and then, you know, placing... I'd like to place higher than 5th overall. My personal goal would be if we could place 4th overall. 5th would be... Like, 6th is what we told the chairman. 5th is really what we're looking to count as a success. 4th is like, that's the icing on the cake. 5th is cake. 4th is icing. We will see. And 6 means we don't get fired. Oh, Lawrence did pit for repairs. Okay, cool. If you did, okay. We would have gotten the low sponsor objective, but that's fine. Yeah, 5th overall with points. Depending on how the teams like did placements, like 1 car high and 1 car down 0, it could have worked out differently, but not bad. Our chairman will be happy. We will ask him for money. I mean, we did promise to sponsor 3rd place. Like, 3rd in a single driver, not even 3rd overall. So we promised our sponsor a podium finish, or rather our sponsor offered us a bonus for a podium finish, which we didn't get. Yeah, chairman's 100% happy. We've completed our first race, which means we should be able to ask him for money now. Maybe our sponsor did know better. It was their way to avoid the bonus. They're like, yeah, we'll pay you an extra 1.2 million pounds when you get on the podium. Does he... This is just as a percentage of the starting season money, right? As far as we know, it doesn't matter when we ask this. As far as we know. If chat knows any differently, I'm just going to delay asking for a sec. Sure, I'd love to hold into the team. That makes him willing to have a discussion with us, which is interesting. What is he actually like? I mean, good scores everywhere. He's got shit marketability, which is always a problem. And the marketability he's got is only partially because he's joined a modeling agency. Unless this turns into a permanent, like, cover model kind of trait, you know? Like, it's not going to go anywhere. whiskey and chocolate. Whiskey and chocolate. Massacre chips. Ooh, I could massacre some chips right now. Thank you very much. Hang on, the page is refreshing. Refreshing. Thank you. Hi, Quill. Binge your whole Motorsport Manager series a couple months ago, only to find out it was on hiatus. Glad to see it's back. Have some whiskey and or chocolate as thanks to the amazing content you produced over the years. Oh, and hashtag Team Monty. Monty has the most controversy out of anything else in this series. But thank you very much for that. That is very much appreciated. Thank you for the support and the kind words. Ooh, hello. Okay, first of all, not you. You won't actually end up with a 20. And you're obviously garbage. Now, this one will end up with a 20 tires and 20 jacks once they're hired. And then we've got another 20 tire. 99. The 88's a little low. The 99%, though, because 88 will be able to do all race without a mistake, but then we'll be too tired and we'll definitely have to rest. S. Walter over here, I think we want them. That's an incredible amount of stamina. However, I think we're full, and we are indeed full. So do we fire someone? Well, maybe with someone... But the thing is, we actually have a pretty damn good pit crew right now. We literally have the best pit crew in the thing. Oh, well, how about Saunders? Let's get rid of Saunders over here. He's only an 89 stamina. He's only got a 19 on tire, which is the most important, because we need 4 people on tires. And the this new person is just clearly better than Bosner. Or sorry, than Saunders. We fire Saunders. Are we good? Pit contracts I renewed right before the race today, so they're at 11 of 12 right now, so they're fine. Agreed? Cool. All right. Goodbye, Radon Saunders. And welcome aboard, Swalter. So we lost one of our 20 jackers, but that's fine because that's a pretty easy spot to fill. There, let's bring you in right now. Let's rest cycle through. Okay, excellent. So car repairs are happening. New engine is coming along. We got our banana zebra car ready to go. Repairs are donezo. So let's clear out what we're looking at over here. We were improving the front wing because I think the idea is we're probably going to replace this last as a part. For reliability, we should work on anything that's below 70 for now. Let's focus on these. This engine's not bad, but I don't think we're going to be... we're not going to use this engine overall. So I think we'll put in a little bit more reliability work over here, because it'll take a while to get the reliability up. And ultimately, we're going to have 2 better engines than this one. The plan is we're not going to bother with this one. We're using these because the reliability is already like viable. We'll just bring them up a little bit higher. What's the next thing? The engine is still not crucial next race. But if we could get them up to, 100%, then we can do the like maximum push on the engine kind of vibe. Actually, if it's not crucial, we can probably do the maximum push mode on something like 90% reliability. So we might stop the engine reliability work once it gets to 90%. Because I think that's going to be plenty. And then at some point we start using other cars. Yeah, the cars are so easy to spot. That's one of the reasons I originally enjoyed Force India and then Racing Point. When they had the pink cars from the BWT sponsor, they were so easy to spot in the field. And then it turned out they turned into a pretty goddamn good team. I was like, oh, excellent. That's wonderful. So it made it that much nicer. So I like Ferrari because Ferrari had like history and the red cars are easy to spot. And then I was like, well, I should pick a second team. Well, what else is easy to spot? This pink one, Force India. Cool. Let's cheer for them. So those 2 became my teams that I cheered for. So I like McLaren now with their bright orange, or papaya color, I think they call it. It's quite decent. I'm not going to bother putting anything else in here in performance right now because we're going to be slapping the engines in there. And we're going to be focus firing on that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And a lot of the parts are going to get replaced. So front wing are going to be maybe the last thing we replace, so we'll just put in a little bit of trickle in there, and that's going to be A-okay. All right, I think we can advance now. And Saints Norris romance was just a wonderful, wonderful time. It's just full of happiness. Okay, let me double check on the status of things that are coming through here. Okay, I'm still happy with how that's developing. Yeah, I know our mechanics are great. Completely agree. Haas is the easy spot too. Their one's facing the wrong way. Oh man, Haas really did not put in any effort at all in their car this season. Which, I mean, I get. They don't have a lot of money, and they knew that even if they did invest a ton of money into their car this season, they wouldn't be that competitive. So it makes sense to save their efforts for the 2022 spec. And I do like the new spending caps and things on the cars. I think that is going to lead to a more interesting field overall. All right, it's time to go to Japan. We're working on an engine part right now. It's taking a long time. We started it before the last, well, literally I think the day before the last race, and it's going to finish like the day or the day and a half after this race. But all right, well, we'll go 13th and above Golden Tiger because we may as well take a little bit of money because obviously we're not going to get anything over here. Low fuel burn, medium tire burn, 32 laps, clear and sunny throughout. Softer compounds. Heat's going to be a problem here, especially with the super soft. So we're one notch softer than we were the last race, and the temperatures are going to be very similar. So we were overheating on the softs. Super softs are going to just like melt. It's usually not best to use the hardest compounds in these races. They're usually not too quick, but I don't know. With Monty and her ability to get extra life out of the mediums, she might be able to do something truly sick here. At the very least, one stop. It might be medium, it might be medium soft. We'll see. I think I'll bring 2 with Balky as well, to open up some possibilities. We're going to want at least 3 super softs because apparently we only use 1 in for quali now. I think it's very unlikely we're going to use the super softs for race day. Still, I think it's probably worth doing this because it's unlikely we're going to use more than 3 softs unless we decide to get soft tire knowledge for the race day in case we do like a soft kind of run, which is conceivable. Yeah, I'm actually thinking maybe we do something like this. There's no way we need more than 2 medium tires at all. This allows us to use 1 super to get knowledge, like knowledge for qualifying, 1 tire to use in qualifying, and then we'll have 1 extra tire as a sort of random wild card for race day. I think it's going to be way too hot for the super softs to be viable over here. So I think I'm going to go with that, even though that's probably more softs than we need, but I don't know. We'll see. And there's no parts to be changed, so I think we can just go ahead and race. Sounds good. I don't see anything in the chat freaking out, so cheers. They invested $0 in development this year, all next year. Yeah, I think the only thing they spent on is just making sure the car was up to the 2021 specs, which are slightly different than 2020. And I think that's it. They just got themselves... yeah, I know Monty's unhappy because... I mean, not by much. When you moused over the percentages, it was pretty small. But she's got all the worst parts. And you know what? She did come in nice. I should have given her better parts. I should have been, you know what? You're right. We'll swap some of the parts around. Because she did do better. Well, maybe when we get our first new part, like, I don't know if I'll swap the parts back and forth, but maybe when a new part, we'll do that. I love the Yokohama race because it's got, like, the little Ferris wheel and the little train going by. It's got all these little extra details, which is kind of nice. Okay, so 32 laps, wasn't it? Given how hot it's going to be, I'm betting we do soft. Because we're going to have to do some conserves, probably, for the temperature. We might be able to one-stop doing soft. Monty could definitely... I'm thinking medium super soft. Well, first of all, like, that by itself adds up to approximately 30 varying things. She's probably going to get something like the full 22 laps out of her medium. It's a racing tracker theme park, right? The thing is, medium into super softs might not be any better than just going soft. And as long as we do 2 stints of 16, which should be doable, especially if we're having to conserve for temperature, I think that's exactly what's happening. So I propose we practice on the soft so that we can get the soft knowledge and get it to level 3 for the race. Level 3 soft knowledge, 1 stop on softs. Having to do a little bit of conserve. Hopefully we don't have to do any mechanical thingies. I should have actually maybe boosted the reliability of whatever the parts were crucial for this one. I don't know, we didn't break down last time. What could possibly go wrong? Soft, faster than medium, plus super soft. I think we could do the math in a spreadsheet and things, but you know, why would we do that? Clearly the handling is going to be somewhere in the middle over here, because that's the overlap. Clearly the speed balance is going to be at the acceleration bias over here. Let's move it way over there. Well, actually, it's probably not going to be that far, because we're running out of gear ratio here. Let me bring it back a little bit, more of a chance that we'll get it bang on. And the downforce is going to be it's probably going to be to the left, but we don't know where. So we'll leave it here for now. At least we know what direction to move in. Okay. Take practice. And we are going to do race stints on soft tires. Thank you very much. Race stints on soft tires. Perfect. Brakes and transmission. Well, hopefully they hold out. They hold up. Cars compound is always bad, unless you can no-stop. It's more time the top 2 bands have large time penalty. Yeah, they are, like, really punishing. Unless we can save a lot in the way of stops. Like, if you can shave, yeah, shave off 2 stops. So either no-stop something where 1 or 2 would be expected, or you 1-stop somewhere where other people are going to be doing 2 or if not 3 stops. Actually, probably guaranteed 3 stops. And if you can 1-stop, yeah, I think that would be the break even. If going to the hardest compound saves you 2 pit stops, that's probably where it starts to be worth it. All right, so downforce we clearly have to add in a lot more. Do something like that. Well, let's just see what this does. Most likely we'll be out of great range. Well, no, we definitely will. There we go. Something like this. Ooh, excellent handling. That's nice. Oh, it wasn't transmission. Well, we'll find out. Bunch more downforce. Speed balance. Yeah, might end up over there. Let's see what this does. Vroom, 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 vroom. Cars look like they're halfway to armored wagons? How's that? Dial in just a little bit more. We'll see what we can hit here. So the handling was great, became good. So clearly we actually want to soften the suspension to be on the other side. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I'm wrong about... No. We don't want it right there, because that's where it was. Speed was great, so we need to go a little longer. They're basically both where they were, so we'll just use a little tire camber or something to swap it. Maybe the other way around. Something like that. So you're not right where you were, you're not... sorry. Neither one of them, neither the handling nor the speed balance, were exactly where they were in the previous great, but they're pretty damn close. Okay. Go, go, go. Oh, you got no notification about the stream? I'm sorry, Nana. I don't know what Twitch is like that. I do try to tweet, and usually I try to put something in the Discord as well. So dial in more downforce, and the speed balance, yeah, was good, became poor. So it actually definitely has to be on the other side over here. You got to read the comments before that one for it to make sense. We're talking about racing circuit that was more like bumper cars? Oh! No, I missed it. Darn. Okay, triple great. 97%. So all of these are just on the cusp of excellence. Well, and we know where the excellent handling is. So if I dial in a tiny bit of that. And something like that. There we go. Let's try this. And Balky's going to stay out now. We'll just do something like 8 laps of fuel. Meanwhile, Monty's got excellent, great, great. 95%. So these greats must still be a little bit far away. It's good over there. It's great over there. So clearly the handling's got to go left. I don't know by how much. I think it's got to go left. Alright, let's try this. But I think she can stay out until it's time to bring in for quali trim. I think they can both stay out. I think practice times got shortened too, I'm not sure. Alright. I mean, they're indicating that they're happy with things. It's only a minute for that. I think we can do 2 quali runs on this track. I think it's short enough we can fit in 2, assuming we leave immediately. At the start of qualifying. Tell me, are we gonna... I might have to. Damn it. I'll send Monty out because she has much lower feedback. We didn't quite get there. Okay, that's interesting. So we went from great, great, great to excellent, excellent, great, and we still at 97%. So that to me tells me that the speed balance is the thing that needs to be adjusted the most. We probably stepped away from where that should be. Maybe I can do it.
It's whiskey and chocolate!
With just wing and things? Yeah, we got whiskey and chocolate. One sec. Let me add in a little more here. And then pull back on this to keep the downforce where it was. Okay, let's try this. So Balky, hold on, is going to switch to qualifying stints for as long as she can. And I guess we'll try to get some super soft knowledge. You know what? No, we're not going to get much in the way of super soft knowledge, and we don't need it because we can use sweeter spots and we can use the overtake mode. You're going to use 2 sets of tires for quali, and I want to save a super soft. Unfortunately, I think I have to redo my my adjustments here. Shit. So I think what I did, hold on, we still got whiskey and chocolate that I'm trying to remember. I think I did this, and then this, and then that. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep on these soft tires. And quali, go. Okay. What is the whiskey and chocolate? It's Theodolis! Thank you very much, Theo! Had a friend who streamed Apex pass away a month or so ago. Oh, shit. Damn. Just canceled my subscription on his channel, so here are some subs to take the place of the subs that would have had on his channel. Remember, everyone, mental health is important. Take care. Oh, yeah, 5 gift subs from Theo. God damn, man. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Sometimes it's a constant struggle. Well, usually it's a constant struggle, which makes it frustrating because it doesn't seem like it's going to get better. And in certain ways it doesn't, and in certain ways there's always amazing days ahead that make it worthwhile. At least for me. You guys keep it amazing, so you got to be around to keep it amazing. Okay, no, Monty's got to stay on race trim because she's got to finish the race trim. We don't know if the grate is going to be to the right or to the left. The good was there. I actually suspect the grate might be slightly to the right. So I'm going to bring down the rear angle a little bit and then bring up the front so the downforce stays in the same place, but we've nudged this over ever so slightly. So she's got to go back out on a race trim just to finish the knowledge. The tire knowledge is going to happen regardless. And then I'll bring her in and get some quali from her. Boom. Okay. So yeah, level 3, level 3. Triple excellent as well. It's still 98%, so it literally does make a difference. Here, we'll do a random little tire pressure change here to see if it brings us up to a 99 or not. You're going to switch to quali, stay out, stay on those tires. It went up 1%? Wasn't it from 98% to 98%? Maybe I misread it. Not that that ever happens, you guys. These tires are overheating like crazy, which is what we knew would happen. They'll probably overheat a little on the neutral mode, actually. Yeah, worn tires is fine. We're going to keep you going on worn tires. Oops, no push. Alright. Triple excellent. So from here, from 97 to 99, that's good. You're just going out, you're just doing more quali stints. You just ran out of fuel is all. And we should be able to get to level 2 quali stints. We're going to keep you on those tires. We should be able to send Monty out again for another lap, maybe. Yeah, there we go. The tire pressure change brought us from 98 to 99 now. But yeah, these two went from 98 to 98, even though it went purple, purple, green to purple, purple, purple. But there we go. We found the 99. Go back out for some more quali, and that'll be it. We might be able to sneak in level 3 quali. Nope. Yes! Hey, good. Wonderful. And we don't need the tire knowledge because we're going to use a different trait anyway. Are the car setups depending on the tire? Yeah, it ignores the tire. Even though that's not realistic. The car setup percentage doesn't make a difference between quali and race or whatever tire you're on. Whether it's wet or not, it doesn't make a difference. So we're going to quali trim sweeter spots. Quali trim super overtake. And you're going to go out in super softs. And we're going to launch you immediately because I think we can get 2. Say purple, purple, purple 3 times fast. I don't know if I can. Take quali. Go, go, go. Just going to give you a tiny bit of a gap. Go, go, go. And we should be ahead of the pack, which is going to be nice too. Yeah, since the lap times are only just a little over a minute, we should have time for 2 this time. Fingers crossed. I'm just going to descend down the order here pretty badly. Yeah, we definitely have time. In fact, I don't even have to go out right now. We still have time, we still have time. We still have time, but we'll go out now. Press supers and go. Monty's always going to have the better quality because of super overtake mode. I expect Balky to do better in the race. So it was a little disappointing last time. But Monty will always have the better qualifying. Super overtake is insanely OP. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ooh, double perfect for Balky. That should help. I mean, she's got the sweeter spot, so that's part of it. She's improved. Ooh, 6th for Monty right now? Oh, then it's done. Oh, 6th and 12th. All right, now we can expect Monty will probably lose some places shortly after the start, but that's still a big help. Plus, Monty will slow up people and maybe give Balky a better chance at catching up and getting some early overtakes. Might end up something like 8th and 10th after the first couple of corners, and that would be okay. We got our sponsor objective on quali, which was not really a surprise. So soft race. Soft race. And yeah, the plan is we're going to one-stop using softs. And we'll have to do some conserve. But it should work out pretty easily. This track is not hard on the engine. I think I will, once again, I'm going to attempt to pull 1 lap of fuel out. Just because we can't super push the engine, I don't think. We got pretty close. You know what? We were kind of fine last time, weren't we? No surprise rain. It's not engine crucial. And actually, our engine percentage, I think, went up a little bit. Because I think I gave it a little bit more love. I'm betting we can full fuel. Yeah, we should have more condition to spare. So we're not going to push the tires at all. Because, in fact, we're going to have to do some conserving. So we'll leave them on yellow for the first lap, and then we'll see how it goes there. But yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Now, if this was an engine crucial track, it would be different. Then with my 80%, I'd be like, yeah, 80% will be fine as long as I never push the engines at all. So in terms of ERS spot, I think it's again going to be after the hairpin here. I mean, there's a bit of a whooshy section here, but overall not too bad. If I only have a little bit of charge, like if we're sitting at 30% or whatever, I might want to wait until this final corner here. But if it's one of those 50-60% charge, I think the hairpin's going to be fine. All right, safety cars coming in. We're about ready to start. Lee's on some worn super softs for some reason. Sure. Who am I to judge? And away we go. So 6th and 12th to start off with. Balky, I think, making some moves. Monty losing his lane. So a little bit as expected. Oh, shit. That was a really terrible corner for Balky. She lost tons of position there. That was terrible. Terrible. Monty down to 8th. Again, fairly expected. Ooh, back up to 7th. Good job through the chicane there with Monty, actually. She's going to be on the outside through here and is going to give a place to Van Cloysen. Balky has lost a place overall, which is disappointing. Monty's down in 9th now. Temps are still okay, although we're going to have to be concerned with preserving tire tread. Oh, shit. That was another bad spot there. 10th and 15th. Balky just keeps being kind of terrible so far this season. What's going on? She's got near perfect stats. I don't understand. But, I don't know. We're going to start tire conserving fairly soon here. Hopefully the temps don't get too cold. Balky just lost another position. What the shit? Alright, well. We're going to do a big ERS charge past the hairpin on this lap. Hashtag fire Balky. I don't think so. But we may have to have a stern talking to. Talking at. Too bad that's not a thing in this game like Football Manager. There we go. Monty back in 9th. Actually, might be able to fly past 8th here. Well, hits a traffic jam. Does sort of bully her way through, though. Now, we're going to watch the temperature in case the tires get cold on green here. And that might be the thing. We might just have to really play with the bottom end of the temperature. They're not going to cool very quickly, though, because it is a hot day. So even if we do lose temp on green, it's not going to be by too much. All right. Well, this is going to be a battery charge lap. We might do a couple. It'll depend on exactly what the traffic looks like. Monty's speed definitely dropped over the course of that lap. I mean, we also changed tire mode, so that kind of makes sense. Engine conditions looking okay. So we need to get 16 laps on these tires. Looks like other soft runners on 2 stops. Yeah, most likely. I don't think the other AI is going to do this. The mediums might be trying to 1 stop, but I think they're going to lose a lot of time being on the mediums. I'm not going to... Well, maybe I will charge here, actually. What about you? We will wait until next lap for Balky, but Monty was actually being challenged there. Oh, shit. Wow. Was not expecting quite that much of a speed boost. He's wasting a ton of charge here. Look at that. Yeah, he does get by, although I think that's his partner. Lawrence and Hume? Yeah, they're on the same team. So he got held up by his teammate, burning a bunch of ERS, and then got ahead of his teammate, which doesn't mean too much. It doesn't affect us much over the course of things. Although if that means Hume's got tons of charge, that might be a little annoying for us, actually, for the prospect of overtaking here. But we might give it a go. Since we don't have a ton of charge, I might just wait for the big corner over here. We've got more on Balky, though. Alright, let's go. Go, Monty, go, Monty, go, Monty. Wow, the ERS is really effective on this track. Okay, you just ran out of charge, which is fine. And can you use it to carry around the outside and gain 12th? No. Just ran short. Okay, temperatures definitely go down on the green mode, but that's going to have to be okay. Because we're going to have to conserve a fair bit here. Maybe we're conserving more than we need. I don't know. Because we really only had to push it by 1 extra lap, effectively. I mean, the high end of the tire expectation was, like, within what we needed. Because the tires... Were they, like, 14... I guess if I hit pit, I could see. 15 to 17. So we need 16 laps, which is there. We don't want to hit the cliff. I guess we don't actually have to do very much conserve. Just a lap or two of conserve should give us the window we need to not hit the cliff. Because while we don't want to be in the lowest performance band, it's less of a problem with these. So this is the medium compound, the middle compound in this race, which means there's not as much of a performance drop from the second tier down to the bottom tier. So we're not as concerned about going there. We have to not hit the cliff, but I don't think that'll be a problem. So yeah, just a lap or two of conserve should be plenty. And conserve would definitely be slower than avoiding that bottom tier completely. It's not worth fighting, working hard to avoid the bottom tier at the cost of other performance. Alright, this is going to be a good spot, I think, for Monty to give a boost. And 12th is going really slow. Oh, he's got shit tires. Well, you should do an overtake there anyway, but I'll give you a boost to just get by with minimal delay. Not quite the overtake. We ran out of charge just before the end of it. So it may not have been worth using it for Monty this time, actually. Oh, is she going to get back? Hold on, let's give her... I know it's not going to be much, but it might be just enough. It looks like she slammed the car, like playing bumper cars. We are getting some boxing at this point. Lawrence is on the super soft, so that kind of makes sense. He's probably entering the lowest performance band there. Not quite. I think he may have been just shy. Maybe now he's entering it. So it makes sense that he'd be boxing now. We are not going to use any ERS charge. Currently 10th and 12th without any real funny shenanigans. Engine conditions are fine. Hopefully the parts hold out. Human inquiry concerning the principles of room. Lawrence Fort and the Hume Hurricane. Overtakes. I'm not worried about the negative fuel delta because we've got tons of race left to recuperate that just by being in yellow engine mode. Is going to be fine. Temps going back up slowly but are manageable. No one nearby us on any car. So this is if we're going to use... well, we are closing in with Monty, but this is not going to be the charge round. We're not close enough for the 30% charge. I think next lap should take pretty good. Lavoie kicking ass. She's back on form, although she's going to have to box in a second here. So 6th and 9th, but we haven't pitted yet. Well, 6th and 7th, in fact, but we haven't pitted yet, so it's a little misleading. Becker is one of the top-tier drivers, and they've just boxed, so we can expect them to come up. We've got a 10 form on Monty. The rare 10. And Balky's definitely made up the places, right? So Balky started 6 places behind on quali, but is now right behind Monty. Balky is actually legitimately our better driver. Now 50% charge. We're not boxing yet. We're not that close. I think we do one more lap here. And then we do the big ERS charge, because I suspect this might be a situation, especially with they having boost. I should have checked that. Oh, they have tons of boost. I think it'd be another one of those situations where we use the boost and we end up like nearly but not quite overtaking them. But we'll definitely have to use it this lap one way or another, just because we're gonna start to cap out. Oh, someone came out ahead of Balky. Oh, that's Holden. Well, that's interesting. Well, it's okay because we're gonna ERS here for Balky. I want to use it now. No, I think we're okay. He's still over a second behind, so we'll wait until the hairpin. Alright, go and go. Hopefully Balky gets past there. Monty might not be able to close in on anyone. There's a 4-second gap. And we're not going to get ahead of anyone coming out of the pits either. There you go, 3rd and 4th. Let me keep it... no, we can hold it here. Just try to hold him up. Hold up Holden. Holden won the last race, I believe. And he is in a very good car. 35%. I think we're fine. We get a bit of a preview here. 3 to 5 laps. We're currently doing lap 12. We need to do 4 laps, so 3 to 5 is there. But yeah, it is going to be maybe a little tight. I really hope we don't hit the cliff. Wow. We're definitely holding him up. Oh my god. Choo-choo, baby. We're the locomotive. Now, on the straight, they might be able to get past us. And I don't want to give them that. Oh, you're charging now? Let's see if I can charge defensively. Because we can't beat them straight up, but if they're stuck behind us, that is going to be pretty effective. When is... So it's 10% is the tire cliff on softs, yes? Because 5% on mediums, 10% on softs. So we don't want to hit 10%. That is going to be tragically bad. I think we're good. Worst case scenario, we hit it like just on the, final stretch. So Balky's got no charge to counter the move over here. But yeah, we're basically splitting the Mercs here. And then we've got a Haas in first place with the gray. I don't know. Some things don't really translate the same way. But this team is legit good, and they've got that what I associate with is the Merc sort of bluish teal color. I know there's the silver arrows, but don't they use teal in some of the screen displays for the Mercs? Oh, this... So Monty has tons of charge, leading the race. We've got... I don't know when I checked the 30%. I think the tire situation is good. Petronas colors. Petronas, exactly. Yes, exactly. So, hopefully we only use 7.5% of our tire per lap here. Other people are probably doing the math. Math. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little conserve. Just in case we need that extra 1 or 2%. It's a banana split! Ah! Alright, we just entered the lowest performance band. That's fine. We've got lots of charge. We're not boxing this lap. Actually, we don't want to box the next one either. Hold on. Are we going to be short? Oh shit, we only used 4%. Oh, we're going to be fine. But yeah, this is lap... I know it didn't update. It says 14, but if I do this and this... Lap 15. So we're currently on lap 15. We've got a complete 15 and complete 16. We're definitely going to be fine, actually. I think I've got to keep it on conserve, but we're going to be fine. Oh, Balky losing this place, maybe, to a Ferrari. Does it grade faster? No, the tire degradation speed is constant. Oh, yellow flag. Did someone crash? Forsyth has crashed. Safety car? It would be perfect time for a safety car! No? Are we in Sector 3? No, we're in Sector 2, so they can overtake. If we can hold them back just a little longer. Ah, dang. Yeah, tire deg should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and drop to medium fuel mode. We should be fine fuel-wise with Monty, but we'll do it now. How's the engine condition? We're good. And the two cars are currently far enough apart that we can pit them both this lap. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to be planning a box for softs. Parts are going to be fine. We're not going to do any swapping. We'll go to 75% charge. Box. Go. I'm not going to run out of fuel. Don't worry about that. Now that we're on yellow mode. Like, if I forgot to go into yellow mode, then there would be a risk. I haven't done it on Balky yet because she's got so much better fuel conservation. She won't have to worry about it right now. Where are we right now? I may as well use... Oh, wrong driver. May as well use this charge defensively just to keep this guy held up behind us for now. I'm going to want to burn it before I box anyway, just to make sure we don't overcharge. We did get overtaken. That's to be expected. I mean, again, that's Holden. He's a really good driver. He's got almost straight 20s, the one you was just looking at. He's got an 18 focus and 20 everything else. All right, so box. You're going to be able to come out on neutral mode. We'll have to downgrade you afterwards. Oh, I waited a little too long with Balky's ERS. On the other hand, I mean, as long as it's under 25%, we shouldn't waste any of it. Balky may have had to hold up for like a split second there at the end. I don't know if the ERS actually took there, but we're obviously going to have to spend it fairly quickly here. Let me actually put her back in the high mode for a sec. Where are we in the track? Right over here. Okay, you know what? Let's go. 1.6 on both, so no delays. Cool. Just burn off a little, make sure we don't overcap. Keep ourselves nice and tight. Ribeiro has like no tire left in front of us. Go through hairpin. Go. Definitely don't want Rib to hold us off because they should be genuinely a lot slower than us on that tire. And I'll stop and go. Hopefully we'll close in on these guys. I'm going to keep it on orange for a little bit here at the fuel mode. Try to keep as tight as possible on Partanen. And Holden's down here for after the pits. Just try to stay right behind. Coming through the hairpin, we're going to give it an ERS boost. Go. Maybe. Nice. All right, very good. You're going to have to go down to medium engine mode for now. Balky, I'm going to go ahead and do it for you now, too. You're going to be fine. Well, let's make sure. Monty may have to be on yellow for the rest of the race. Balky is going to be okay. Let's do a little conserve here on the tires. Balky's definitely going to be able to go back to orange. Monty may have to be yellow the rest. Maybe the last couple laps, not. And yeah, we know for conserving of tires... So I think we did about 4 laps worth of tire conserve on our first stint. So we can probably expect something fairly similar in the second one. Our tire started as a higher temperature, so we're not going to have to worry about it like them cooling. That's definitely not going to be the issue. We have enough charge. We could consider using it defensively. Oh, speaking of, Monty might want to over here. I don't know. He's got a long way to come out. Partanen, how much charge you got? A fair bit. You still have some? Alright, hold on. Let me reactivate it here. Gain it back. Nice. Okay. Did you use all your charge? No, you still have 50%. Alright. Partanen will probably overtake us at some point. But if we make it a little harder on them while they've got their half-worn mediums, that would be okay. At this point, they're probably going to the end on their mediums, which is the hardest compound here. So I suspect they're going to the end at this point. You can see Balky's fuel is coming back real well. Let's go for the overtake here on Lawrence. It should work. Easy. Go back to conserving some power. So 9th and 11. Monty's... hold on here. Just stay tight. We're going to wait for the hairpin and give it the beans with Monty. And she should be able to get ahead of Becker. Well, Becker's on fresh softs, so that is going to be challenging. Staying ahead of Partanen should be fine. Jesper's no longer top. Oh yeah, Moritzen, what happened to him? There's another one for your bingo card, guys. You know what? I might just wait here. Because I don't think the ERS is going to carry us ahead of 8th. And if we don't need it to defend on 10th, we'll just save it for a bigger charge for next time. Oh, shit. Ah! I didn't notice someone was just coming out of the goddamn pits. We got effed again. Although maybe there's an opportunity here. It's not a particularly straight section, which isn't where I usually like to use my ERS, but... yeah, if I'd realized that we could have used a little bit of a speed boost. That's Lipinen who came out of the pits and just completely screwed us up. There really needs to be that, like, pit exit, like, yellow line that can't be crossed thing. Yeah. Let me conserve a little bit on, Balky. Hang on. I know it's very minimal ERS charge. Just worried that Monty's holding up Balky here. It feels like Balky's the faster car currently. Rather than race instructions, I'll just use a little timed ERS boost. Theoretically, to get Balky by. There you go. Balky, I'm going to put you on neutral for a sec. Just make sure to get some distance. I mean, Balky is still using the orange engine mode right now, which is part of the reason I think Balky was a little faster as well. Okay. Let's down conserve a little bit more. You can stay on your orange engine mode for now, Balky. That's going to be fine. Overtook some more drivers in the pits. That's good. Perfect stranger. Exactly! Guysing. So we'll just charge up here. Don't really want Monty to use her ERS to challenge Balky. That's not a really effective use of a battery charge. So we'd like to wait until Balky's got a bit more of a charge before we go more than that. Joint stream weekly with... I mean, we could do something like that. Maybe we should start a new programming series, which, by the way, I am working on. I've got books all over my desk and references that I'm doing. A thing is happening for the programming channel. Hopefully soon. It's hard. But yeah, Quill teaches essential programming. No, she would not enjoy that. Exactly. No all caps. Okay, this is going to be a good one for a boost. We only have 48% on Balky, but that's going to be fine. Go, go. Go, go. No, I thought it was going to be better. It felt like we were pretty tight up on these cars. Well, we were going to get one overtake. Oh, it's a blue flag. No, held up there, annoyingly. So we're just lapping Surikov. Remember when Surikov was like one of our cheap rivals? Although he's trying to like unlap himself there. We're still on tire conservation, which actually seems like it might be okay. Oh, you've got tons of extra fuel though. Yeah, Surkov unlapped himself. He's just going to get blue flagged in a second, so it doesn't actually matter. Becker takes the lead. Holden is pitting for repairs, in fact. Well, he had to pit anyway for tires. So I thought these medium tires were going to the end. Holden, I think Partanen might have to box before the end, too. There's 4 laps left. Oh, yeah, no, there's the pit. Yeah, no, I didn't notice that she was already in the pit. Or maybe she was still entering it. I don't know. Guys, this is a really good race. Surkov, well, I was going to say slowing us up, but not really. Monty's being, it's basically Balky holding everyone up anyway. So we're okay. Fuel levels are good. Actually, you can go back to orange for a little bit. There's the overtake. We're charging batteries. I think our tires are going to be fine to the end, especially if we're staying on conserve. No one's in the pits right now, as far as I can tell. So Vidal is 8 seconds behind Monty. Oh, sorry, I'm miscounting it, but 6 seconds behind Monty. Now we're not catching up. Like Flores is way far ahead of us, so 4th isn't really in the cards. The question is, can we defend against Vidal? Well, our tires are degrading, although Vidal is on the hardest compound. Fuel loads are good. We might even be able to yellow our tires. Okay, could we just go ahead and leave this guy in the dust here? Mr. Blue Flag. Starting to get a little annoying. Yeah, Monty, go ahead and use all your charge. There you go. Teammates working. I love it when the cars are together and not screwing each other up. It feels like there's some sort of coordination team effort going on, which isn't really the case. It would be a little bit more if it were like in real life, because you could sort of like, you know, optimize your distance for, you know, for drag versus turbulence versus DRS trains versus whatever. Although at the same and depending on the drivers, then it might just be competition between your 2 drivers from your stable, and you're like, oh my god, they're just going to crash and kill each other or take each other out of the race and ruin our points completely. Vidal gaining big time. Yeah, 3.2 seconds. I mean, we are entering a lower performance band here. Oh, what kind of charge you got? Okay, I think he spent a bunch of charge, although I guess so did we a little bit. We're going to be able to use yellow tire mode for the last lap. In fact, we could start using it now. Gap is down to 3 seconds, 2.7. Oh my god. Yeah, he's really booting it. And it's his final lap. We still have... We're about to cross the line. We have one more lap after this. I'm going to conserve my ERS for a final defense. And yeah, 12 seconds ahead. So there's... Like, we're not catching up to anyone. The only thing we have to worry about is what's coming from behind. 2.7 seconds. We actually put a little space there, which is nice. You can... Oh, shit. You can... Orange, you can maybe even be able to red here. The tire situation is fine. We've got lots of charge. We might be able to red right at the very end here. I don't know if I can necessarily red both. 2.7 seconds. Excellent. Tires are okay. Becker took the lead again. Well, Lipton and Becker keep going back and forth. Who's on fire? Is that Flores who's on fire? No. It must... Is it a car? I can't... Oh, it's 17th place. It's NATO. So that absolutely doesn't matter. Okay. Go for boost. And go for boost. We'll probably still have a percentage of charge left as we cross the line here. That's a really good race. That is a really good race. I mean, our drivers did well, but I think a lot of our strategy was just bang on. Actually, our charge was like almost perfectly used, which was nice to see. That was a really good race. Enjoyable. It felt like what we were trying to do was working. We felt like we were in control. We had influence on things. That's exceptionally good. I'm not expecting a lot of 5 and 6s. I was hoping for a little bit better than 9 and 10. There's clearly going to be some race somewhere where at least one of our cars doesn't score in the points, and that will be disappointing. I would like to be, you know, I don't know. I don't want to put too much pressure on our drivers, you know. 5, like 5th, 6th is, especially like back to back, like 5 and 6 together. Like having a car in 5th or 6th will feel pretty good if we can manage that every race. That'll like definitely exceed expectations. Having both like this, god tier. Yeah, the sponsor objective. I mean, and obviously we wouldn't have done the 3rd place one. We're looking forward. Really, if we can get a sponsor objective that pays out really well for like a 9th, 10th place finish, that will be really nice for us. We're currently in 4th overall, passing Windsor Racing. And I'm not really expecting to maintain that high. If I end up 5th and above, I'll be really pleased. At least that's what I'm saying right now. My expectations may change as the season goes on. Very controlled race. Yeah, I think the ERS, I think it really adds a lot of strategy. Because normally there's very little we can do. You know, we set a like a driver speed mode. Sometimes they're like, you know, we can give them a temporary boost with the engine modes and whatnot just for an overtake, but mostly we're figuring out like an optimal engine mode, and you're going to be in it until, you know, lap 17.5, and then we're going to make a switch at that point kind of vibe. Good. Get some more overtake. That's what we need the most. Oh, I didn't actually ask the chairman for money, because I was waiting in case someone in chat had said anything one way or another. That's okay. It's fine. We're going to ask for him now. So, we're going to be wrapping up our stream in a second here, but a couple of news items. Wednesday is going to be more Victoria 2. Victoria 2 on Wednesday. We're going to continue the run as Belgium that we started on Saturday. So if you haven't seen that, you can check the VODs here on Twitch. I have also edited the highlights. I will be uploading them on YouTube, but they'll probably show up there soon. But they might not all be published on YouTube before the Wednesday stream. So if you want to make sure you're caught up before Wednesday for Victoria 2, do make sure to check out the VOD here on Twitch. And then, you know, open them and watch them on YouTube later, you know. Like when you're going to bed at night, just start up the video and then go to sleep. It's fine. No, don't do that. That would be, I'm sure, against some terms and conditions somewhere. So Wednesday, Victoria 2, it's going to be awesome. And as for now, I think A Kiss for Luck should be streaming, and we should go and totally raid her channel. Give her the vroom vrooms. Oh, actually, A Kiss for Luck is doing a thing. When is it? It's Fridays. Fridays, A Kiss for Luck is doing Formula Fridays. They're doing Formula 1 races in Minecraft using ice and sand and boat physics interaction. They had their first event last Friday, and it was really good. So you can do that. So we'll go ahead and raid. There is some Stellaris. Oh yeah, ask for money before it ends. Thank you. There is some Stellaris. There should be an episode I'll make live probably in a scooch. There should be a video already recorded for that, and then we will see. Yeah, I think the request is exactly the same as before, so we'll just go ahead and do this. So let's raid A Kiss for Luck's channel. It looks like it's Rhino playing that Soviet workers game, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for some Victoria. Bye, everyone.